You know, when we said we do deep dives on any topic, this wasn't quite what I pictured.
Yeah.
A playlist full of tear-jerker BL dramas.
Yeah,
But hey, I'm always up for exploring the power of a good story,
right.
especially one that promises a good cry.
Yeah, and there's a surprising depth to uncover here.
Oh, absolutely.
These dramas, they often go beyond just romantic heartbreak,
Yeah.
exploring themes of loss and longing
Hmm.
and the complexities of relationships in ways that resonate really deeply with viewers.
Exactly. It's like these shows offer a safe space to process those really intense emotions.
Mhm.
And speaking of variety, I'm seeing shows from all over Korea, Japan, Thailand,
Wow.
even some historical dramas sprinkled in.
Wow.
I'm curious, do you think the way sadness is portrayed differs depending on like the cultural context?
Absolutely.
Thank
While the
you.
core themes of love and loss are universal,
Right.
the way they're presented on screen can be incredibly nuanced.
Okay.
Take Korean BL dramas, for example.
Okay.
They often embrace a more melodramatic style,
Yeah.
like In a Shoulder to Cry On, where the emotional stakes are high,
Mm-hmm.
and the narrative is driven by grand gestures and tearful confrontations.
The kind of show that has you reaching for the tissues one minute and gasping in shock the next.
Precisely.
Wow.
Whereas Japanese BL dramas often take a more introspective approach,
Mhm.
I Cannot Reach You is a great example of this.
Yeah.
The sadness is quieter, more about unspoken feelings simmering beneath the surface,
Mm-hmm.
those lingering glances and missed connections that leave you aching for the characters.
Oh, the longing stares. They can be so much more powerful than words sometimes.
Yes.
Letting the audience really feel that unspoken yearning.
Exactly. It's fascinating how those cultural nuances influence not only the storytelling style, but also the way audiences connect with these stories on an emotional level.
It's like each region brings its own flavor of heartache to the table.
Yeah.
Okay, let's unpack what makes these dramas more than just your average tearjerkers. What sets them apart?
One key element is how they delve into complex themes of loss that extend beyond romantic heartbreak.
Okay.
Eternal Yesterday, for instance, tackles the sudden tragic loss of a loved one.
Mm-hmm.
The story follows two teenagers grappling with their grief and how this shared experience shapes their understanding of themselves and their relationship.
Wow.
It's about the raw, visceral emotions of loss and the long journey of healing.
It's like the sadness runs deeper, touching on those universal experiences of grief and resilience.
Exactly.
And then there's the forbidden love trope,
Yeah.
which always adds another layer of complexity and often heartache.
Mm-hmm.
Behind the Shadows, with its historical setting, comes to mind.
Yes. Behind the Shadows uses its historical context to examine societal expectations and prejudices surrounding same-sex relationships. Set in a time when such connections were forced into the shadows, it highlights the courage and sacrifices made by those seeking love and acceptance.
Adding a whole other dimension to the heartbreak, making it about something bigger than just two people.
Precisely. And even in contemporary setting.
Right.
We see shows like The Promised Thailand, The Promised Vietnam, exploring the challenges faced by young people navigating their feelings amidst societal pressures and expectations.
It's like these dramas give us a glimpse into the real struggles people face, reminding us that even in our darkest moments, we're not alone.
Mm-hmm.
But before we get too deep in our feelings, you've also included some shows with truly unique premises that I have to ask about.
Right. It's incredible how these dramas can blend those raw, relatable emotions with fantastical elements to create truly captivating stories.
Time travel ghosts, deadly powers fueled by heartbreak. It sounds like we're in for a wild ride. Okay, let's dive into these unique premises. Once again, a Korean drama about rewriting the past. I'm always a sucker for a good time travel story, especially when it involves second chances at love.
Yeah, once again, takes that concept to a whole new level.
Okay.
By exploring the ripple effects of altering the past,
Right.
it really makes you question whether changing things for your own happiness might inadvertently hurt those you care about. It adds a layer of moral complexity to the traditional time travel romance.
There's always a price to pay, right?
Right.
And speaking of high stakes, 7 days before Valentine's sounds like a wild ride.
Yeah.
Deadly powers fueled by heartbreak talk about a broken heart with a vengeance.
This Thai drama takes the idea of a scorned lover to a whole new level.
Wow.
But beyond the supernatural elements, it's a poignant exploration of grief and betrayal.
Yeah.
And the struggle to move on after a devastating loss. The protagonist's powers become a metaphor for that feeling of being consumed by rage and despair.
It sounds like the show uses those fantastical elements to really tap into those raw, visceral emotions, which, let's be honest, is part of what makes these dramas so compelling.
Right.
Now, from deadly powers to a different kind of supernatural encounter, Something in My Room caught my eye with its unique premise.
Okay.
A ghost roommate who helps you find love.
Yeah.
There's a bittersweetness there that I find intriguing.
Something in My Room really subverts expectations. You have the potential for sadness with the ghost's backstory, often a tale of unfulfilled dreams or a life cut short.
Right.
But there's also this beautiful possibility for healing and connection, as the protagonist forms a bond with someone who exists outside the realm of the living.
It's like a reminder that even in loss, there can be unexpected sources of comfort and companionship.
Yes.
Now, I've noticed that many of these sad BL dramas tend to be single-season stories, which honestly can be tough when you're really invested in the characters and their journey.
Yeah.
But you've also included some multi-season sagas in this list, I'm a Fool for You and Shimbashi Koi Story, both on their third seasons that's dedication to relationship drama.
I know, right?
What insights did these longer-running series offer?
They provide a fascinating look at the evolution of relationships over time,
Okay.
moving beyond that initial spark of romance to explore the challenges and complexities of building a lasting connection.
Right.
I'm Fool for You, for example, delves into the intricacies of a love triangle between three friends, navigating themes of jealousy, forgiveness, and the enduring bonds of friendship, tested by romantic feelings.
It's a reminder that love isn't always a straight path, right?
Right.
There are going to be bumps along the way, misunderstandings, maybe even a broken heart or two. But it's how we navigate those challenges that ultimately shapes the course of our relationships.
Exactly.
Which I think brings us to a fundamental question. Why are we so drawn to these heart-wrenching stories?
Yeah, it's a good question, isn't it?
Yeah.
What is it about these bittersweet, sometimes downright heartbreaking stories that keeps us coming back for more?
I think it speaks to our shared human experience, of longing, loss, the
Right.
search for connection.
Right.
These dramas, they allow us to tap into those emotions in a safe, fictional space
Yeah.
to explore the depths of our own empathy and to find solace in knowing that we're not alone in feeling these things.
It's like these stories give us permission to feel those things really deeply.
Yeah.
Even if it's through the lens of, fictional characters.
And maybe, as you said, to find comfort in knowing that other people,
Yeah.
even if they're fictional, understand those feelings too.
Exactly. There's also something to be said for the way these dramas often highlight the resilience of the human spirit.
Oh, absolutely.
Even in the phase of heartbreak and loss,
Yeah.
the characters find ways to pick themselves up, to keep going,
Right.
and to search for hope and happiness.
It's like a reminder that even when things are tough, there's always the possibility of healing and growth. And that sometimes the most profound beauty can be found in the most unexpected places.
Absolutely.
And let's not forget the power of a truly well-crafted story.
Yeah.
These dramas often feature compelling characters, engaging plots, and thought-provoking themes that stay with us long after the credits roll.
Right. They offer a chance to escape into another world for a little while, to lose ourselves in the lives of these characters, and to emerge from the experience with a renewed sense of empathy and understanding.
It's true, and with so many unique and thought-provoking sad BL dramas out there, there's truly something for everyone.
Yeah.
Each one offers a different perspective on love loss and the human condition, which brings us to a question for you listening with such a rich and diverse landscape of stories to explore.
Yeah.
What does your ideal tearjerker look like?
It's a good question.
What themes resonate most strongly with you?
Yeah.
What kind of emotional journey are you ready to embark on?
We encourage you to delve into this genre with an open heart and discover the power and beauty these stories have to offer.
Whether it's a single season of intense emotions or a multi-season saga that unravels the complexities of love over time, there's a story out there waiting to connect with you on the deepest level. So grab those tissues, settle in, and let yourself get swept away